Okay. Everyone has their own special dish they like to make for the holidays, right? Well, after moving out and creating my own family, I decided it was my turn to start looking for mine. Every year I found something on Pinterest to make as a dessert, but nothing ever stuck for me and my family. Last year I decided to make fudge, making 5 different kinds. There was one that was clearly a favorite, grasshopper fudge. Now, if you like mint chocolate chip ice cream, you'll love this kind of fudge. It has a layer of chocolate, a layer of spearmint, and a lot of times people put another layer of chocolate on top of it. The idea came from an old family friend that would love to make it on special occasions. After making it for Christmas last year, it was a big hit. I looked for other recipes. After looking around, I found 2 recipes for the grasshopper pie. In this speech, I will give you a detailed demonstration on how to make the perfect grasshopper pie. When I started to look for a recipe for this dish, I found a couple and used 2 of them to make one. One of my favorite chefs is Ree Drummond, the pioneer woman. So when I decided that I was looking for a recipe, I looked straight to her blog and she did make the pie. She said she wasn't sure, but the recipe may have originated in the 60s, since that's where most of her favorite recipes were from. Looking for the ingredients, I saw a couple of things that I liked and thought there was no need for some of them, in my opinion at least. If anyone knows a pioneer woman, you know that she likes to keep comfort in her food. So I chose to keep the half and half that she put in her recipe in mine. But she also likes to put alcohol in her recipes, and I thought there was no need for that. So instead of using creme de la mint liquor and creme de coco, I used mint extract and green food coloring. After writing down and looking over recipes and the instructions from Ray, I started looking at another recipe online and combined the 2. I found another recipe that was written by Ashley Fear and thought that some of her ingredients would be a great aspect to the pie. Now let's get things started. First, you'll start by getting 16 chocolate cookies and putting them into a food processor. Ashley's recipe called for mint chocolate cookies. But I didn't want to overdo the mint in the pie, so I just used the regular chocolate cookies. You add 3 tablespoons of melted butter, put them all in a bowl, and mix them well. Then you put the mixture in the pie dish and dump it in to make the crust and press it down to put the filling inside of it. Moving on to the filling. Multiple people asked for a bag of marshmallows, but Ree had a better idea and she used a jar of marshmallow fluff. So you put the marshmallow fluff into a pan and add 2/3 cup of half and half. Put it on a medium to low heat and stir until creamy. Let that cool and put it in the fridge. Starting into Ashley's recipe, grab a room temperature cream cheese and a teaspoon of vanilla, mix those 2, and add a 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of mint extracts. Combine that all together and add the fluff combination and add the food coloring as needed. You can make it as green as you want to or as light as you want to. Add the filling to the chocolate chip cookie crust. Sprinkle the crust on top of it for decorations and throw it into the freezer for 2 hours and then it's done. And that's how you create my version of the perfect grasshopper pie. I hope you guys can use this in the future for your families as I want to for mine. This is a perfect recipe for any season, and like Ashley Fear said, why use Christmas as an excuse to enjoy a no-bake mint chocolate delight like grasshopper pie? The citation is Fear Ashley Grasshopper Pie Recipes Videos. The Recipe Rebel, November 26, 2018. TheRecipeRebel.com. And women.re, the Pioneer Grasshopper Pie. The Pioneer Woman, July 20th, 2016. ThePioneerWoman.com.
Cool.